on, guys? Got a Craftsman LT1000. We're going to be completely going through this mower. It's got a busted gas tank. It's going to need new fuel lines. Right here's the gas tank. As you can see, it's got a big old split in it. Right there, about 2 inches long. It's got a broken guard, deflector chute. Tires need replaced, they're bald. The grill is broken. The brackets are broken on the inside. Broke off the grill. It's got a 21 horse L-head Briggs and Stratton engine, but it doesn't run that I know of. The battery's dead. We'll be putting new belts, idler pulleys, going through the deck if the bearings need replaced. We'll probably take this deck off and paint it, make it look good again. But guys, there'll probably be 2 or 3 parts to this rider repair. But like the video. If you want to follow along on the repair on it, hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell for future notifications on it. But let's get started with part 1. Needed a new gas tank. I already put the new gas tank in. Needs a new gas cap. I'll have to order one of them. But we're going to see if we can't get this thing going. First thing we want to do is get this battery out of it. But get the battery out of this thing. Negative first. That can post corroded. This battery might not even take a charge. You got the battery hold down on it wrong. I'll give you a general rundown on how I took the gas tank off. This is to your floorboard. You gotta take this bolt out and this bolt loose. Take that bracket off. You gotta do that on both sides. Take this bolt out right above your floorboard. On both sides, that will allow this, when you lift the back of it up, it will give it more clearance room to come up and out. There's 2 bolts in your springs down in there. Take them 2 out. Take the shifter knob off. This whole assembly will lift off, and then you pull it back. And it'll allow you to get to the tank, the fuel line, and there's a bracket. You can't see it, but it's just a bracket hold down that goes over the tank on both sides. Has a bolt on both sides that holds it down. While you're in here, it'd be a good idea to change the fuel line that goes from the tank up to the engine, because you got wide open underneath here to replace that fuel line. Alright, I'll show y'all what I did to replace that fuel line. Or a gas tank, I should say, not fuel line. That one you don't have to take all the way out. Just loosen it and the bracket will fall. Do the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and disconnect your seat switch. Pop these little holders loose. Pull your wires out of them. here's the two bolts that hold your tank on. One on this side and one on this side. And the one on this side, don't forget to hook this ground wire back up. It goes to that bolt right there. Right inside the mower, under the tank, on the front of the tank, here's where your fuel line connects. You can usually just pull that right off. Definitely gonna need a new drive belt. It's chewed up. We'll get a new one of them put on it. But right now, let's replace this fuel line. Take the hood off. Don't forget to disconnect your wire that's plugged in here for your headlights. This one's broken, so it's a little hard to get it off. Right, here's where the other end of the fuel line goes, from the tank to the fuel filter. Normally I would just take the clamp off and pull it off and all that, but we're going to replace all this anyway, so let's just give it a cut. This little tab right here, pull it down. Pull your fuel line out of the tab like that. You'll have to work this through that hole, and that fuel line is so hard, crystallized. It's really hard to get it out, but we're gonna get it out. Just like that. Straight down from your dash, up under here, the fuel line goes up through the frame. So you reach under there and pull, and you might have to work it from the top too to get it out. And then we just need a piece that long, maybe 2 inches longer. Alright guys, that's it for part one. Got the gas tank in it. Got a new fuel line ran up. Got the new fuel filter. Fuel line ran to the carburetor. Part two, we'll be putting a battery in this thing. And see if it's gonna start. You always want to get the engine running first. We couldn't get the engine running because of the gas tank's busted, but we wanted to make sure we get the engine running before we do any other work to it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell for future notifications, and we'll see you on part two.